test, test, test. Let me turn down the music just a little bit. And there we go. All right. Make sure this is working. Music's up. Okay, everybody. Hey, this has been a long hiatus. I'm sorry about it. It's been a busy couple weeks here. I had 2 surgeries on my mouth. They seem to be better now, but I don't know. Even to do this stream, I still have this thing of what's it called? Toothache and gum pain relief PM. So I've been using this quite a bit in order to be talking, streaming, and stuff like that. But it's good enough to where I can start going back to streaming daily, and that's what I'm really excited about here. So happy to see all of you guys back. I've been putting way too many shorts out there, so I don't think many people are actually going to be notified of this stream actually going live. So we'll see how many people actually show up today. I'm posting a lot of shorts lately because I feel like it's more fun and it's been a lot easier as I don't have I can't talk for too long because it starts to hurt my gum area. I don't even know what you want to call it. But anyway, today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin and some of the stuff going on with the market. And then I wanted to go over some news because we're in a really weird spot right now where Bitcoin's looking a little bit more bullish, but the stock market's looking a little bit more bearish here, which is kind of interesting, okay? So as we look at Bitcoin right now, just a little bit of a recap of what's been going on the last few days, just so you guys have an idea of what's been going on. Here we go. We're still in the uptrend. Things are still good for now. That's really what you guys want to see happening. If we were, breaking down or something like that, that would be a lot. That'd be a lot worse for a lot of us, as you guys might imagine. But we're still managing to hold. And really, as we zoom in here on the weekly chart, it looks like we're still managing to hold the 20-week moving average, which has been pretty nice. I haven't been putting as much faith in them, frankly, just after we had this kind of weird move where we managed to hold the 200 for just a little bit. Big move down, then big spike. I think Bitcoin wanted to break back down here to 25,000, 24,000 a few months ago. But when we had all that good news come out about XRP and stuff, of course we had a second leg and even made a new high relative to what we saw back here in April, okay? Now, as we go over here to the daily charts, you guys know that we're still in this level of resistance up here. You got the Fibonacci level and the top of the box way up there. But if you guys are looking for a short-term play, we have a few more days to hold out and not break down. And if we're lucky, we can have a pretty good move that causes a breakout that doesn't take us to 30,000, to 35,000, 40,000, but it gives us another opportunity to break back out and try to retest this $31,500 level. That's been the good thing so far. You guys know for a while we had this crazy time where we were just trading really within this really boring trend. And over here, we've had another very boring trend. There's not really much volatility going on right now with Bitcoin, maybe a little bit here, a little bit there, but not really much. Hopefully, we can have another big bubble right here that we can trade with, and that could be a consolidation for another breakout that does take us about above 32,000. Normally, you guys know that crypto kind of slows down a little bit in the fall. At least that's where it was kind of doing last year. But there's some good news here. People may be fleeing a little bit more stocks here pretty soon, especially because they've had really crazy runs. I think Nvidia jumped up another 7% today, which is just crazy. But you see NASDAQ up here hitting a major level of resistance. Where's my little cheat sheet over here? There we go. I just want to make it a pointer. The NASDAQ is still in an uptrend on the weekly chart, but we are losing some ground. Is it something to be concerned about? At this point, no. I mean, there's a few different ways you can make money here because we still don't know how this is going to play out. This could end up just being a consolidation pattern here, and then we break out like that sometime in September. There's another way where we end up just having a double top up here, then breaking down below both the 20 and the trend line, and then we start coming back down to like 13,000 or something. But we're still like a month away from any real big moves unless we have some really bad news coming out about the economy. And I won't say the news about the economy has been necessarily like very, very good, but it hasn't been bad. I would say it's meh or okay, I can live with that, right? And if you have that type of environment, then you still have enough momentum to keep everything going up higher and higher and higher. If you guys like divergences and stuff like this, the thing that does worry me here is, you guys know we've used this every now and again, divergence from many indicators. We had a few divergences here a couple weeks ago, just a couple. I think there's more on the SPY here, but we're kind of having one right now. I don't put much stock into this one personally, and that's only because normally I have to wait for the weekly candle to close to really justify that, but we are seeing a small amount of bullish divergence here after we had the bearish divergence. On the monthly chart, We have some bearish divergence, but we haven't had the month close yet, so we'll see. This could be the first negative month for the NASDAQ in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, half a year basically. So there is some reason to be concerned, but not a reason to be panicked, I guess you would say, right? We go over here and we check out the SPY, same thing. We're having those bearish divergences. We had that breakout there that we talked about was really cool. Weekly, we're not having that bullish move right here as far as divergence. We're still looking at a few of these bearish ones that had the MACD, histogram, RSI, and OBV. You know, it's bearish. We know this, but we have moved down a little bit, so maybe that gives us a little bit more leeway. The last time we had a really big move right here was off of this one. This had 6. That was quite a few, of course. But guys, we're still not in any crazy territory, I would say. We're looking to have a larger move to the upside here pretty soon on both the stock market and the crypto markets. I would say, though, that the stock markets are kind of more iffy right now, just because the majority of the moves we're seeing in the stock market, as far as like the SPY and the NASDAQ, it's only really those huge mega companies pushing everything forward. I think as we kind of go on and we look at other companies here, like maybe if I just go to my personal stock picks, YouTube breakouts, there we go. You see like Nvidia right here, big jump, gave up some ground over the past few weeks, but it still had let me zoom out a little bit, weekly chart. It still had a parabolic run. Amazing, okay? Now, if we go over here and look at other stuff like banks, you know, banks are not really doing anything bad right now, but they're definitely not as good as some of the tech stocks. So when we talk about the NASDAQ, the SPY and stuff like that, what's pushing them up isn't necessarily like, you know, all the stocks going up. It's just a handful, but they have a large market cap. We all know the Apples and stuff like that. Even going over here to MasterCard, this is something that we've liked. Same with Visa, if I can find it. These have been stuff that we've been talking about for a while. But other than that, I mean, we go over here to Macy's. Macy's has been losing ground, right? It had that big pop after COVID because of the money, but now retail has been slowing down just a tad. Nothing to be concerned about. Intel coming back up, but not nearly where it was, you know, pre-COVID days. Devon energy companies have been doing, I would say, okay. You guys know I like my energy companies. I'm a big fan of oil. I was very happy to see oil come back up. Now my wallet's not too happy about it because of all the crap we're seeing at the tanks. It's like over $5.10 where I live, so it's pretty high up there for a gallon. But my energy stocks like my PXD, they're doing very good. I know some of you guys have followed me on this trade for a while. This is something I hold for a very long time because it has a good dividend payout and they have a lot of cash flow. So it's been nice to kind of see them have a rebound. I was afraid they might come back down here and retest the 200 weekly moving average, but they didn't. So we'll see how this turns out. Schlumbergers and other stuff are doing pretty well. This is about to have a big pop here. I'm hoping we have a nice breakout, but we'll see. Now, before I start going over your questions and stuff like that, I just want to let you guys know what's going on in some of the commodities markets, I guess. We're seeing oil get rejected off of this like high resistance level of $83.49, rejected around there. Now, if we go over here to the daily chart, you can see we actually managed to break out, so that wasn't too good if you guys want oil prices to come back down. But we've cooled off a little bit, and perhaps we start breaking back down below that 20-day moving average. If you guys are mad about oil prices, there's a chance that we could actually still go up higher here. And then if we manage to break out here, oil prices might get back up here to $93. If that happens, you know, we could see another big gas crisis, I guess you could call it. And then you guys remember how crazy everything got during the last one, people complaining. There's a whole meme on TikTok and YouTube Shorts. I can say nobody really wants gas prices to go that high again, but if you guys are owning some oil stocks, you guys are going to be pretty happy with the way that one goes, okay? Now, let me go back over here. Let's go back over to the, for Bitcoin, I guess we can go to the 15-minute chart. I'm going to delete some of these things here just so we can make some room for it. Because all we're really looking for here, guys, is just to have this breakout. And hoping it takes us like that. But, you know, there's always a risk we break down. But if I'm me right now, I'm willing to do the buy right here, right? And have this as my stop loss area. And if we manage to bounce off of that, or we manage to move up higher, I'll be a winner. If we start breaking down below this, I'll close my position, take the loss, and open up a short, because this would be a longer term move down. Of course, you just have to watch out for news, because news has been killing me the last few months. Every time something's going my way, all of a sudden, news event, poof, goes in the complete opposite direction, good and bad. But I guess that's what stop losses are for, but still, it's annoying as hell. All right, there we go. Let's go to the 1 hour chart. Feels like there's so much data in here. Or maybe I'm not zoomed in like I normally am for you guys. That's what it is. Normally I'm zoomed in like 150% to 200% so you guys can see what's going on in the charts. I knew something fell it off. I just haven't streamed in such a long time. You have a feeling SPY will go over 451 tomorrow or by Wednesday? Let's break that down here. Let's move this over. No, not the SPX. We need to go to... No, I have it on this list. It's just higher, right? There we go. You said 451. Let's go to the daily first. So let's just get rid of all this stuff, I guess, for now. Let's clean it up a little bit. Let's take out the divergences because it does block what we're trying to look at here. And let's put up a horizontal ray kind of right here. That's 462, but you're talking about 4... Hey, Island Time. Happy to see you back, my man. And I'm happy to be back as well. Go 451 tomorrow. All right, well, let me see. I mean, we are bouncing off the 50-day moving average here. The 4-hour chart is probably going to make it a little bit more difficult. Yeah, we're still seeing a little bit more of a death cross approaching us, so be careful of that. But 451 isn't a terrible thing, right? It's just bringing us right back over here. You could see that working out, but I would say just be careful once you start looking at that 450 level, 450 and 45 cents. But by the time the market opens tomorrow, it'll probably be around 450. That's going to be that crucial point where, hey, that might be your first scale out level if you're looking to have some larger moves. Of course, the proper time to buy would have been, I guess, there's two ways to look at this, actually. The first way is you can see we have a level of support around here. That's coming from the moving average we just talked about. But, I mean, if you kind of look at it this way, what do we have? Let me just put a ray up here. Let me take that off. We kind of have this resistance level that was just broken out of. I would like to see us go a little bit higher. But again, you know, maybe because I'm a little more conservative of how I trade, 450 to 451. That'd be fun. That's a good zone to try to take some profits at. I don't know if we're going to be able to break above this and go higher. That's going to take some good news. And is there any big events coming out? I know Trump just got indicted. That's the big news happening right now. Sam Bankman-Fried had some news. There's some news coming out of the SEC. But there hasn't really been anything to really... Yeah, this really hasn't been anything really bad or really good so far in the last few weeks for crypto. One new thing that I see here is breaking news. China's, let me zoom in here for you guys. There we go. China's economic data misses expectations, drops youth unemployment number from report. Well, that's not good. So that's another signal that the overall world economy is going closer and closer towards recession. Not good. But again, we don't know if it's terrible because they're not giving us all the information. That's what China does usually. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think it's bad or not? I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I think it's bad, but you know what I'm talking about. Wonder if it'll affect the market tomorrow. I hope it doesn't because, well, let me just do this very fast just so I can take a little peek. Futures are still fine. So I know this news is breaking, but futures don't seem to have crashed or anything like that. We seem to be fine. Maybe if anything, as we kind of finish up this SPY talk here, I still think 451 is fine. But 451 relative to everything else is, here you go, 450. There we go. It matches more up with this level and not this top one right here. But I think it'd be a good place to try to catch some resistance if you want to open up a short as well. Now go back over here to oil since we had this news. It looks like oil hasn't really made a big move since the news came out either. Slight tick down. You just see some volatility, it looks like, when the report came out, but we kind of balanced that back out here, which is pretty nice. But this is, yeah. So as far as China is concerned, retail sales rose by 2.5% in July from a year ago, below expectations of 4.5%. That's a pretty big miss right there. Industrial production rose by 3.7% in July from a year ago, below the 4.4% increase analysts had expected. So they're just not hitting expectations. I wouldn't say it's a disastrous report, but it definitely just doesn't bode well for the future. And I guess everybody's always curious about what the future holds. And at this point, I think, I'm thinking of more of a pretty moderate to serious recession. But I think the consensus at this point in time from the people I see on Fox Business, CNBC, Bloomberg, is a mild or very soft recession, or no recession at all, depending on how the rate cuts are done by Jerome Powell. I don't think he's cutting rates this year, but people are saying he is, so it kind of all depends, right? And then it says fixed asset investment rose by 3.4% for the first time in 7 months, below the 3.8% forecast. That's actually not too bad of a miss there, so we'll see. Money usually flows pretty easily, but the fact that they're not showing the unemployment figure for young people, I guess, which has risen, which has soared to recent highs in recent months, that's yeah, record high. I mean, I guess they got a lot of competition, to be frank, but you know, what happens when kids don't have jobs? They get into mischief, right? So it looks like there's going to be some mischief going on in China, just like over here. We have a lot of mischief going on in our cities. I don't know if you guys saw it, but if you guys search Nordstrom on TikTok, not TikTok, yeah, TikTok or Twitter or anything like that, you'll see a whole bunch of kids just steal a whole bunch of shit from Nordstrom's, and I'm just like, I don't even know if it's our culture or something, but something's about to snap here pretty soon. It'll be interesting to see what exactly snaps and how we fix it, if we fix it. That's the better question right there. All right. And hey, Alan Time again. Hey, Haram. Hope you're doing well, my man. I've been doing pretty well. Loki's doing fun. He's over here sleeping until I said his name, and then he came back over. I got him treats this time because I've been sitting and doing more like office-y work over the past few weeks because I haven't been able to talk. He's been pretty mad that I haven't been taking him outside as much. I take him out for 2 hours every day. He wants to go out there more. But today it was 93 degrees, so in order for him to go outside, I had to bring out the hose and stuff in order for him to play, which he enjoyed. And here, you guys can see Loki. If he can actually make it over here. There he goes. But yeah. He's not even eating it next to me. He's taking it into my room, and he's like, okay, I'll eat it in privacy. But yeah, I'm doing pretty well. Only thing is, since my tooth and gum still hurt after being like jabbed for 1,000 times, I got some nighttime toothache and gum pain relief, and I got a whole box of 4 or more coming here pretty soon. It still kind of hurts to talk, but overall, I'll survive. If that, I'll survive. One of the things I saw today, and I retweeted, but it seems like more news has come out about it, I guess. Let me zoom in here for you guys as far as Twitter is concerned. So it says the Michael Burry stock tracker. This is from earlier today, 9 hours ago. Excuse me, guys. I have a whole pitcher of water here because it's been so hot. And normally it's not too hot in my area down here because I have air conditioning, I guess. I guess I got air conditioning upstairs too. I just prefer to stay by the office area. But it's been nice staying hydrated. Ice cold water without ice in it is the best thing in the world. Okay, but this is basically where I was going with this. Michael Burry stock tracker. It's not Michael Burry, but it kind of tracks his tweets and stuff. Michael Burry just shorted the market with $1.6 billion. Now, it turns out this wasn't completely accurate. This is kind of the excise price, which you guys know if you excise it, it's like 100 times more than the actual price. So you could divide this by 100, and I think that's what he put down here. But if you guys can see, SPY put, triple Q puts, shares held at principal amount, 2 million here, 2 million there. Percentage of portfolio, 51%, and for the second one, 42.54%. And market value is $886 million, 560,000. Or for its triple Q puts, there's 738,840,000, which is pretty crazy. Now, what is this? I think it's notes. Note. It's not. They don't call it notes here for whatever reason. Maybe because it's no longer Twitter notes or something. But it goes on to say, readers added context they think people might want to know. Michael Burry's account holdings data is listed as of June 30th. It is unknown whether Michael Burry still holds the positions or has sold them in the last 2 weeks. Okay. Now, if we go over here very fast before we start going through all the other stuff, June 30th is the last confirmed time that he still had this stuff. Just didn't mean to do that. Weekly chart. Actually, let's just go daily. We can make this work. I can just get rid of all this stuff. Okay. June 30th. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-boop-boop. Is right here. Okay. Now, he lost money for a while. He's still not breaking even at this time. I don't know exactly when those expirations are. That's really the concern I have for his account. I just want to know when the expirations are. If we can find the expirations, let's see, 13 filing. Expires, no. OMB approval. This is from 2015 expiration. What the hell does this mean? Charter communications. Yes. This is not the right report. Whoever linked this. Maybe this one right here. Yeah, more puts. Does not talk about expirations. I would be curious to see when those expirations are. Usually when you buy options like this, you're not buying them 2-3 weeks out because that's just too much volatility. I'm assuming he bought them with months and months and probably like 5-6 months to kind of hold on to them. So far, he's losing money on them though, if he's still managing to hold them. If it manages, I guess, to go maybe back below, I mean, he shorted it probably around $442. If it starts going back to maybe below 435, I think he'd be pretty much in a really good profit. And then from there, if there's some type of nasty move that occurs that brings us all the way back down here to 415, which is unlikely now, then you could see him making a really, really big, large amount of money there. But again, as we go back to the tweets here, the filing included only quoted 2 trades, so he's most likely is down on the puts. And you can see, yeah, he's probably down a little bit there as well. Let's see right here. Yes. Oh, and then because the clarification I already talked about, he goes on to clarify it because he got some flack for it. After further analysis from the community, we want to clarify the recent big short from Burry's 13F filing. The $1.6 billion of puts represented how much it would cost to exercise those puts, right? Take it, divide it by 100. It does not represent the actual amount Burry spent on them. Here's more of what that means. If you guys have watched any options video, you guys know what's happening there. But I think it's pretty interesting here, okay? Pretty interesting. Let's go back over here to the 4-hour chart as far as Bitcoin's concerned. I'm trying to see if anything's actually been doing very good. And GTU is the only thing that's been doing okay. This is a 4-hour chart of it. But man, it seems kind of volatile. And nothing else is really having a big move. Sushi, I talked about this one I think earlier today on a video I posted, but not too much about it. This could be interesting. Sushi has the opportunity to hit up to like almost $1, but that's really only because it has dumped so much compared to a lot of other tokens out there. So something I'd rather trade, not something I'd rather own here. Anything else? Doge on Mars coming up a little bit. Is that something you want to go long on right now? Probably. I would work out okay maybe for a trade, maybe, but not something you want to go long on unless you're doing a long-term type of hold, like I'm doing a long-term hold on this and I buy it every now and again. But it's a long shot, right? Let's go back over here. Bitcoin. Let's just go to the 15-minute chart. Oh, and one thing here before I forget, we can actually just go to the 1-minute chart here as far as Bitcoin's concerned. Oh no, I don't like how we're at this resistance level. Let me just get rid of this box here. Makes my life a lot easier. Let's go to a 15-minute chart. There we go. So I tried to do a TikTok stream and a Kick stream using one of my servers, and for whatever reason, it just didn't go well. It wasn't uploading. It wasn't sending the data. I have no idea why. I tried a few times. I asked for help. They helped me, but still couldn't figure it out. So I'm going to add a 4th 24/7 stream onto my channel. Okay. Just make sure that you guys go out there and vote in the poll, and I'd be happy to let you guys, I'll give you maybe until tomorrow night, and then the following day I'll set up the stream and everything like that. So far as I remember, I believe the 1-hour Bitcoin stream is what's winning here. If I go back over here, community. Yeah, the 1 hour is beating the 4 hour. We're at 45% for the 1 hour, 32% for the 4 hour, and the 2 hours pretty much out of the race, and the 30 minutes pretty much out of the race right here. But if you guys care about that type of streaming, you guys want to have some of those longer technicals to look at as far as major support levels and stuff like that, you guys can choose the 1 hour or the 4 hour chart. Basically what that chart will have is, I guess if I go over here very fast, well, basically, I'd have longer term technicals on it, like stuff like this, where we have the big level of resistance up here. You know, I might add something more of a Gann fan if I can find my little trend angle here. Was this the low point, or was this the low point? 1546. 1586. Okay, so it's the first one. Okay. I might add Gann boxes and stuff like that onto it, and then kind of let it sit for a while, kind of keeping the, maybe I might keep log off, I'm not entirely sure, but I could automate it here. For now, I'm just kind of showing you guys something here. I guess I just messed up the automation, but that's fine. Where's that? Oh, I was supposed to make a fib wedge video. I guess oh, it's in my, okay, they put it over here. Oh, they moved it. Okay. They separated them out. That's okay. You know, and I might put something like this on so I can, block the price above ratio. Oh, that moved up. Okay. Let's move this here. And then if it comes up in an important time, you know what I mean? Then we can kind of see what's going on. Usually it's not going to have the biggest impact, but if we're looking at something like a 1 hour chart with how it's working out. Oh, let me just get rid of the locked apart bar ratio. It's going to be too much of a hassle to kind of show you guys this. Oh, this is really going to try to keep me out. Okay, well, let's make this a full screen. You can see in certain positions, there was a little bit of support here. A little bit of support here before it ended up breaking down. Some support here, right? Not going to be 100% perfect. Breakout there, but they don't really amount to anything. Support, breakdown there, you know? They can be pretty helpful. But again, it kind of depends on which way you're looking at them and how useful they can be. Usually, you guys know I like to look at them on the weekly charts and stuff like the weekly charts or the daily charts, because it makes a lot more sense to me personally. But again, we're not even close to hitting any of those. That's all the way down here, right? Just wait until I do some Fibonacci circles or something like that. Oh, I haven't done a Fibonacci circle in a while. I might have to do that sometime. But big point here, guys, is they'll have some of that stuff going on. Maybe not at this zoom out perspective, but maybe just starting from a Fibonacci level right there, just to kind of make sure it's more accurate with the 1 hour time frame. The one we just used there is going to be more useful when it comes to day charts and stuff like that, which is a lot nicer and cleaner. You can imagine like this, where I like to look at my moving averages. You can see how we broke above those right here, broke above, but we never actually closed above it, so it was a good opportunity to start opening up some shorts. That's kind of the way I see it. So probably for the 1 hour charts, I'll probably do it something more of Gann fan levels over here. This is a weekly chart over here or over here. I'll see which one performs better, you know, what has more crisp resistance levels, and that's, I think, the best way to go for there. But make sure you guys vote, because it could be the 4 hour, it could be the 1 hour. It looks like the 1 hour is definitely winning right now. And I don't care which one wins. I have tons of streams going on right now, and I've been telling you guys for a while. I've been trying to build up some streams, and I've finally been able to do so. It's been pretty nice. Been behind schedule on them, but now everything's kind of rolling, I guess you could say. Let's see. And hey, Ken, happy to see you. Hey, Jero Samples. As far as the poll, you just go to my community tab and my page, and it'll be right there. In theory, if you go to the home page, you're supposed to see it as you scroll down, I guess. I think that's more for mobile users, because I don't see it right now at all. As I just streamed down mine, a lot of Red Dead Redemption and news stories, it looks like. Yeah, it's right there. Right now, the votes are, so if you go to my front page like this, you're going to see this little tab that says community, and it'll say 77 people have voted so far. 45% are 1 hour, 1% for 2 hours, 21% for 30 minutes, and 32% for 4 hours. So right now, again, the 1 hour is still winning, but looks like the 4 hour can make a comeback here. But I'm going to close the poll tomorrow night. I just want to make sure everybody that votes is going to know. But for whatever reason, it doesn't always show these types of questions to everybody, so I want to make sure. Usually the things that get more votes are like, you know, like what's your in game with crypto? What's like a more personal question for like everybody that watches me and the channel, not necessarily just just those that watch the 24-hour streams, right? So maybe because not everybody watches the 24-hour streams, it just doesn't show it to everybody, or the people, I don't know. Well, it'll be a mystery. But yeah, that's how you can find it right there. And hey, Haram again. Can't wait to quit my 9 to 5. Hey man, I haven't seen you for a minute. I guess I haven't been streaming for a minute, right? Can you chart LRC? I don't even know if I have LRC on my see. I guess Bitfinex is probably the best place to do it. Yeah, this is definitely doesn't have much liquidity here, but I'll do my best. So as far as LRC is considered, wow, yeah, it's kind of at a major support level here. You can almost imagine this. Just find it here. You can almost imagine this kind of zone right here. It's really at that support zone. If for whatever reason you think Bitcoin's going to go higher from here over the next few months or weeks, or probably weeks to months, and you think we are going to be able to break above this massive level of resistance, which head up towards $35,000-$40,000, this is definitely going to be an opportunity for you to buy it. You're going to have that stop loss though. I mean, really closer to, looks like 18 cents. 22 to 18 cents is a pretty decent stop loss. I mean, that's pretty large, so it might make you worry a little bit. That's 18%. Yeah, that's a massive stop loss there. So if you wanted to go into this before we start diving in a little bit more technical stuff, you could start to dollar cost average into it, doing some spot trading, or you could just see if we have another dump, and then you could potentially maybe buy it there using some leverage. I'd probably only stick to spot trading in this one, just because I'm a little more concerned about it breaking down, because if it breaks down, really, you have that one stop over here on 15 cents, then we start dipping back down here to 5-6 cents, and I wouldn't really be too concerned about getting back down here to like 7-5 cents. My concern is if we just come back down here and we take that next step, that means from where we are now to down here, that's like 33%. Leverage with 33% losses would kill you. But 33%, if you buy over here with no stop loss, you're going to be annoyed, but I don't think you're going to be crying over it, if that makes sense. But right now, let's go over here to the monthly chart very fast. I just want to see. Heading for a death cross with the little information we have on those moving averages here. Definitely in a bearish trend here. Okay. What I'd probably do for this one actually is, let me see if either one of these is still gonna help us out here. Yeah, hit some resistance levels there. That's the resistance level now. Okay, let me just move this one down here a little bit more. Okay. If you wanted to buy right now, I would really, what's the best way to play this? So I guess that if you wanted to buy right now, that big level of resistance technically would be around 27, a little over 27 cents. I would probably try to sell it around 26 cents, because you see that's where the level of resistance is right here, a little over 26 cents, and you see the level of resistance right here around 25.75, 25.75 to 26 cents, maybe 26.5 cents or something like that. That's kind of where I'd be looking. For the day chart here though, you can see, let me get rid of this for now. Let's just get rid of everything. No, I don't want to do that. I want to just get rid of this. All right. You see this trend line right here? Not too crazy. We're a little bit far away from it as far as breaking out. If you really wanted to go along with some oomph and some confidence, even doing some leverage plays there, I would consider buying the breakout, waiting for it to close the day of. So that means, there we go. If we break out and we hold right here, I'd buy right there and wait for the move that takes us up closer to this area. Okay, one thing, if it doesn't break out there, don't be mad about buying it or something like that. Like don't start buying it down here if it hasn't found that breakout. This would be the best time to, in my opinion, to try to buy it, because you buying the breakout usually doesn't matter what the chart looks like. If you have a breakout, there's momentum there to carry it a little bit higher. If you want to buy it now, again, I'd follow that more cautious dollar cost average method into it. Since it's a daily chart we're looking at, you could buy a little bit every day if you wanted to. Just don't go all in crazy unless you're willing to have that stop loss be around here, like 19, 18 cents. Okay, because if you do have a stop, if you do buy right now, your stop loss reasonably should be right around here at about 20, almost 21 cents. Or if you may be a little bit more skittish like I am when it comes to smaller market cap tokens, you might even just put it right here around 2182. That way your stop loss is really only about 1.32%. If you're trading with a 10x leverage, it's like 10% basically. But let's go over to an hourly chart very fast. There's not much liquidity here, so I'm kind of concerned about what would happen. But that support would just be right around here, okay? So taking all the upswing right there, you're giving yourself a chance. Or if you want to, you can lower it right there, or just put it in some of these smaller spots. I would rather just wait for a breakout, because if the breakout never comes, then you probably have no reason to really buy it. You know, if it's consolidating, it's easier to buy the breakout, see a big move. I would say it's kind of like what the SPY did a few weeks ago. Was it the SPY? No, this was the SPY. Yeah, it was the SPY over here. Had to be the SPY. I'm pretty sure it is. I got rid of all my technicals. Daily charts. I guess it was just the small one. I was looking at a weekly chart perhaps. But you see consolidation, quick little breakout. Went up a little bit high. I wouldn't say this is a crazy run up, but if you're holding SPY options, it's pretty good, right? Again, you know, you buy the breakout, wait for it to close the day of or the last 10 minutes of the trading day if you're doing options. Because options you can't buy after hours, of course. You know, but if you look at right here, that's 2%, 3%, 13 bucks. Not the biggest move, but a move that makes you enough money here. And you could already see with the support level here, as soon as you broke down below that, that's when we started to have that smaller trend move there. We haven't seen that just yet as far as LRC. It's in that breakdown period. But since it's already had that breakdown here for a while, now we're looking at an opportunity for it to break out. Personally, I want to see what happens as far as the breakout. If you want to buy earlier, again, you could buy now. Just be careful because it looks like it's going to be squeezed here between the 20-day and 50-day moving averages. Usually this creates some volatility, which is great for day traders. But I don't know where you're going to be day trading this because you don't want to be trading it on Bitfinex because the liquidity here just looks like dog shit. This is the 5-minute chart. You see how it's just kind of glitching around? You don't want to see that on a chart. You want to see it something more like a Bitcoin's chart. You see how you can actually see the movements there? That's really what you're looking for. Even going over here to the 1-second Bitcoin chart, right? Binance doesn't give as much data as it used to TradingView, so this isn't as entertaining as it once was. But it's also not that crazy of a time to be trading. Everything's really boring right now. I wish I could be more excited. I know a lot of people, as far as streamers, they're not even streaming as much because they just don't know what to talk about because it's not like you can make stuff up. I talked about oil today, the dollar, Sam Bankman-Fried. Oh, I didn't talk about him, but China. What was my news about Sam Bankman-Fried? No, I lost the Sam Bankman-Fried news. Crypto is right here. Okay. I'll go back to it in a second. But yeah, LRC, have some fun with it, but I do just wait a tad bit to see if you can get that breakout. You can buy ahead of time and just have that stop loss there, but I don't know. You know, because Bitcoin is so close to breaking down or breaking out itself, you should have a pretty good understanding of which way LRC is going to go as soon as Bitcoin just confirms, hey, we're breaking out here. Boom, full steam ahead. Oh, wait, Bitcoin's breaking down here. Uh-oh, better start shorting or better just avoid the buying trade for now. And hey, Bideford, happy to see you back. I'm feeling a lot better. I know it'll take you a little bit to get to me. I'm feeling a lot better. For those of you guys that don't know, a few days ago or a few weeks ago, I got my wisdom tooth taken out. It hurt like hell. They didn't give me enough of that medication. I should have just went to the surgery like they recommended. And I was like, fuck it. I just want to get it done and get out the same day. Be really just done with it without too much, cutting and stuff. But apparently after the surgery was done, they messed up on it or something like that. And so like part of I got some bone fragments that was like stabbing the inside of my tongue. And so it was really painful. So basically, I wasn't able to talk for too much time. Luckily, I went in, they fixed it right up. I went to another dentist and they just fixed it up for me. It was like a really cheap service for me too, because I went to like their sister clinic basically, and I was like, hey, your guy fucked up. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with them. Can you guys help me out, please? And they're like, oh yeah, no worries. It was like 95 bucks. I didn't even have to use my insurance. And boom, they just like gave me some little shot. dug out the tooth pieces, and I was good to go. Now it still hurts a little bit, but that's why I said I got this like numbing stuff in my mouth. So I'm pretty much done with this, though. I need to buy some more. But yeah, definitely been a busy couple weeks here as far as just like drinking water, eating oatmeal, and just trying not to aggravate my wounds. I'm being very dramatic though, but it did hurt. But yeah, so far things are looking pretty good here. As far as Bitcoin's concerned, we're just hoping that we can continue to have this breakout momentum and not see this breakdown. I guess you could say it's more neutral area for Bitcoin, but if we're neutral, I'm usually more bullish just because the overall market is still looking fairly well. Fairly well, excuse me. Fairly? Yeah. I'm thinking of like the word fairly, like fairly well. Fairly, not fairly. I meant to say fairly. Jesus. Excuse me, guys. The one thing I thought was pretty interesting here was this just happened 4 hours ago. I kind of laughed when I saw it because you guys know I have ADHD. If you guys have listened to me for more than 5 minutes, you guys know I have ADHD. But it says Sam Bankman-Fried wins approval to receive Adderall for ADHD while in jail. I cannot imagine what this guy would go through without ADHD medication in jail. He'd probably be freaking out and pizzazzing all over the place. But it says Sam Bankman-Fried's legal team is asking that the former FTX CEO have uninterrupted access to his daily prescribed medication while he's in jail. Bankman-Fried's psychiatrist told Judge Lewis Kaplan in a letter that the former FTX CEO has a history of depression and attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. So it looks like he may get some depression medication as well. Personally, I don't care, but I know our system isn't like cruel to prisoners and stuff like that because they're innocent until proven guilty. I don't know. I think our cultural, we've kind of drifted away from that principle, I think, over the past few years. But what do you call? We try to do that. That's our standard, I guess. Well, that's our wannabe gold standard. But yeah. And for the past 3 years, Mr. Bankman-Fried has been prescribed Adderall 10 milligram tablets 3 to 4 times a day for treatment of ADHD. That's a lot. 3 to 4 times a day ADHD tablets. That's I mean, damn, he's just going through the suckers right there. But yeah, that's pretty much all the news we really have today. There's not really much else going on here. I am happy with the overall market. I'm really excited to see what happens with oil. If we continue the breakout here, we'll see some really good stuff. But let me go over here. I don't know if you guys have been looking at the gas prices as of late. They're sky high over here. Yeah, Washington, $5 an average for the state. National average is up to 385. Yesterday it was 384.8. A week ago it was 382. A month ago it was 356. So we've gone up a lot. A year ago it was 395, 10 cents higher than where we are now. So we have kind of this little bit of a U, but we were much higher because we were much higher than $4 a gallon at one point. But yeah, definitely not looking good as far as oil prices. My poor Washington state. I'm over here in Pierce County, 504. It's higher than that. It's 520 in Seattle. Lewis County down here, 511. Down by Oregon, 527, 509. It's been it's definitely been something to be concerned about, I guess. You got other places over here, 485. It's considered good. 492 is considered good. Yeah, I'm in the city, so I don't get to be considered good here. But just watch out for those oil prices. It'll always cause a little bit of a fright there. Or it will cause a fright eventually, I would say. Alright, let me go back over here very fast. There we go. Okay, sorry, I had to check something on my other screen. There you go. Yeah, as far as the news, guys, I don't really see much going on here. I was talking with one of my... I guess football's back. That's something that's going to be fun. But as far as I've seen, there's not really much news here. I've been talking with some of my friends, like my friend Tom. He has a oh no, not this one. Tom Current Crypto, I think it was. Nope, that's not it. Maybe it was the first one. I might have been clicking on YouTube. Yeah, this one. Yeah. Go to lives. He has a live scheduled for 2 more days. But, you know, he's not streaming every day. He's streaming like every other day, maybe every 3, 4, 5 days. Everybody's just kind of slowing down because there's not really much to talk about. I think who was BitBoy, I think, is the only person that's really just plugging out content left and right. but it's kind of a regurgitated mess, so nothing's really being said, if that makes sense. You know, bullish on storage coin, Filecoin, and Arweave price predictions. Nothing really of substance. But you know, he makes a shit ton of money, and he has a company to support, so he has to be spewing out tons of stuff. For the solo people like me, Tom, and some other guys out there like Mulham Trading and stuff like that, we are pretty we're pretty relaxed because we don't have to support a whole company. We're kind of just supporting ourselves. And plus, we're traders. I don't think BitBoy actually trades. I think he just buys and holds for the long term, which is a good way to do it. But I don't think he knows how to actively trade the market. There we go. Oh, and one more thing here. I totally forgot about this. Fairdesk. Oh, do I have to log in? Oh, I don't have to log in. Okay, good. My computer was glitching out because I had downloaded so many files off of Google that my graphics processor, for whatever reason, was just turning the computer off. So once I emptied the cache, all of a sudden my computer worked out perfectly fine. Knock on wood, because if it messes up while I'm talking, I'll be pretty messed up, pretty pissed off. Doopa 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 doo. I don't know if I'm on the second page or something like this. Oh, I'm over here. So far, the trades have been doing okay. I've been getting hit like every few weeks for a nasty loss, so that's been kind of annoying. I'm trying to fix that up personally. But basically, the 7-day follower profit, of course you guys can't see it, has been $714, small profits, 96% win rate. I think right now, who's been killing it over here, expert student class is 100% rate. Ying Yang Wolf has been doing pretty well, and I'm just fucking God has been doing very well as well. He has 470 followers. This guy is a massive follower right now. Even trading with Ronaldo's come back after pretty nasty few months of losses. Shadow 47 seems to be doing pretty well too. Crypto Mason's come back up. Remember, he had a few really bad losses. He's doing pretty well. So it seems like everybody's scalping right now for smaller profits, and those scalps have been helping out. Because as you guys know, we just take a look at Bitcoin. Last 7 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There really hasn't been the most movement. Maybe the last 8 days there's a little bit more movement there, but there really hasn't been too much stuff, which is why everybody's been forced to scalp and looking at these smaller moves here, right? And it's very hard to like scalp on this type of market. You're really in and out within a matter of like a 5 to 30 minutes at most. There we go over here. There we go. But yeah, I would check out. I mean, besides me, you guys know I always like to copy trade, but I'm Just God, Trade with Ronaldo. Those guys seem to be having a really good day where their users are making a lot of money there, especially this guy. But I guess it's all relative to how many followers they have, because 470 followers, 26,514. Let me just do this very fast on the side over here. Now let's go 26,514 divided by 420 or 470. I wish it was 420. 470. Okay. So that's $56. That means each person is usually making about $56. It kind of depends on how many people have money there, because some person's probably making hundreds of dollars. Some person's maybe making only like $5, $6. Get it? Depending on how much money they have there. For people like expert student class who has like 300, or what is this? $2,000 divided by 259. His guys are making about $7 every single for $7 for each person. I don't know what mine is because I only have a few followers and my numbers are not nearly as high. So I got 714 divided by 23, and that's at $31 here. So not the best, not the worst, I guess. But some people that follow me definitely have large leverages and stuff like that. Oh, this Trade Warren here, he's doing pretty good so far. He only has a few followers, but he's making money, which is pretty good as well. So yeah, copy trading still doing fine. I'm happy with it. I might start copy trading for a couple more exchanges if I get the opportunity to do so, but they're going to be the same exact trades as I make on this. But I'll let you guys know in case you guys have a preference of exchange and stuff like that. What's button there? Okay, there we go. So I got a ping on my phone about something, nothing too important. Oh, so this weekend, no, this Wednesday, I'm going to some small event up in Seattle. Let me see if I can find the email for it. I don't know, NFT Labs. Let me just search for it online. NFT Labs. I don't know what the actual company is called. TF Labs. Okay, sorry. So there's this company called TF Labs. They do a lot of Web3 stuff and NFT services. Think about just getting a website on the blockchain, helping companies do blockchain stuff, and then if they want to go NFT route, they can do NFT route. Where are we at here? This is upcoming event. Yeah, so Wednesday they have this event right here where it's a an AI summit, basically like Web3 and AI, how they're gonna kind of mix together. I'm going to that, and they have a barbecue right afterwards. And so I'm gonna be going to both of these things here. I don't think I might go to the product manager's breakfast, but I'm not entirely sure. No, I'm not gonna be in Seattle at 8 o'clock in the morning. Are you kidding me? So for the majority of the day on Wednesday here, I won't be able to stream. But I might be able to do a quick stream every now and again, maybe in the morning or something before I head off, because because I really don't want to drive up there and drive back down. I'm just going to take the train, but the train kind of stops early, so it stops around like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, so I wouldn't have I'd have to ride the bus back down to back home, so I don't really want to do that, or to the park and ride, I guess. But what I've been able to do is I've been able to Hotel Warwick, whatever it is. I'm going to be staying at this hotel in downtown Seattle. This little place. It's nothing fancy. It's just really close to a restaurant I like, honestly. This hotel right here, it kind of just looks like a condo building, because I think that's what it used to be. But basically a hotel with a nice restaurant underneath it. I'm going to be staying here Wednesday night and Thursday morning as I get some breakfast. And I'll probably try to stream from around here if I can. It's the city, so you assume it's going to be safe, but at the same time, you don't assume it's going to be safe. So I'll see if the Wi-Fi is really good in my room. Because I really don't want to be outside if it's like really sketch. And you never know if it's sketch until you just get out there and you see what's been moving around there. If you look at it from here, it doesn't look sketch. Not at all. But you don't have to go far to find a sketch part of Seattle. But so far, it actually looks fine. Construction, outdoor bar areas. Actually, that doesn't look bad at all. No sketch areas. So I'd probably be able to stream outside. But I'm going to go get some sushi here at Ume Sake House. And I'm going to be sitting at the bar getting sashimi all night. No, nigiri and alcohol. That's all I'm going to be having. And like fresh fish and alcohol with some rice. It'll be pretty chill. Tried a bunch of sake. Plan on getting pretty buzzed. If not drunk, heck. I was supposed to go to another place, not Shiro Sushi, which is good, but there was another sushi place over here. But they didn't have any reservations open, which really killed me. But yeah, so no streams on Wednesday night, except for I'll try, but we'll see. But there will be a stream maybe Wednesday morning, and you guys can watch that as the day goes on. What should be interesting here, again, the reason I say this here is because you got, excuse me, we're kind of on Tuesday's candle. But really, tomorrow and Thursday, we should have a large move by either the bears or the bulls to really break us out or crush us back down. I'm anticipating them breaking us out. I hope they do. Even though we have some oscillators that are kind of looking a little more bearish, we still haven't really capitulated just yet. We've kind of just had this new level of support. We're hoping that we can kind of stay in it, if not break back out, and then not necessarily break out above here, but just move back up to that level where everybody's gonna be a little bit more happy around $30,000, $31,000. Okay. All right. So I'll see you guys a little bit later. I wanted to have a longer stream. It's been 50 minutes, almost an hour. My gum is really starting to kill me now. But I will keep you guys updated about all the stuff I'm going to over this week and what I'm doing up in Seattle, because maybe I'll just record while I'm walking in Seattle, because I don't have to stay at these events for the whole time. I used to think I had to stay at them, and I'd be like, just chilling and talking to people. A lot of times I'm like, hey, I can leave for like an hour. I'll come back later on. I know the people that run everything, so they're good friends of mine. So I really don't have to worry about rules and stuff like that. There's no rule there, but I can come in as I please, even if I don't have a signed in badge and stuff like that, which is pretty nice. Because these things get pretty busy when they have to be. But then they have all these photos and stuff, and they have pretty large events, and they have pretty small events. I think this one is going to be more of a mild event. But I will see you guys a little bit later, and thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys all have a fabulous rest of your night.